Hola collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Deluxe Class Dead End from the Transformers Legacy line from Hasbro. So we're getting one step closer to completing Menasor here. This is our 4th Stunticon. Really nice artwork of the vehicle mode here on the front. And then over on the side we have some nice artwork of the robot mode. Over here on this side we have that kind of generic Decepticon picture we have on the side for all Decepticons in Legacy. Not really too much going on the top or the bottom, but if we spin around to the back, we get a nice picture of the robot mode and the vehicle mode. I love the vehicle mode for Dead End. I think that looks absolutely fantastic, so I'm really excited for this one. I got the QR code here for the tech specs. Pretty standard for the packaging here. I'm going to go ahead, get him out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. Here is Dead End out of the packaging. I think he looks pretty good. I like the robot mode for the most part. He does have a bit of a backpack, pretty much the entire hood of the car, but I feel like it compresses pretty tight against the back. Doesn't really get in the way of anything, so I don't really mind it. I think the head sculpt looks good. I think they nailed that. Looks exactly like the original cartoon. He has those metallic purple sunglasses. He's got the orange faceplate. I think they did a great job there. A lot of really nice silver paint here on the chest. Got a little Decepticon symbol there. You can see all that molded in detail. I kind of wish the Decepticon symbol was a little larger, but they wanted it to fit in the middle of that kind of detail they've molded out, so it makes sense. It's not a big deal. But yeah, for the most part, I think he looks pretty good. I know I've seen a lot of people online complain about his legs, and I mean, I guess I get it to a certain extent, but it doesn't really bother me. I mean, the original toy and the way he looked on the cartoon, he had big maroon legs. Maybe it would have been neat if they could have given him a little bit larger, like, toes to kind of match the animation model, but for the most part, I think it's fine. Articulation-wise, head can swivel from side to side. Can't really look up or down or tilt at all. It's really just a swivel, but that's fine. You have a hinge here in the shoulder. You have a rotation as well. You have a bicep swivel. 90 degrees there at the elbow. I do not think we have wrist rotation. No, that's one solid piece. We have a pretty solid waist rotation there. He can kick pretty far forward, kick pretty far back. It does kind of hit into the hip assembly there. Kick really far out to the side. You have a thigh swivel, pretty much 90 degrees there in the knee. And then you do have ankle tilt side to side. You have a little bit of front to back because of the transformation, but not really. But I think it looks good. I'm happy with him. He does come with 2 accessories as the same gun twice. Some really nice purple metallic paint there to accent the black. I think that looks pretty good. So we can go ahead and pop these into his hands here. Now, unlike some of the other Stunticons, the 2 guns can't really peg together. So he just has to kind of dual wield them. But yeah, he looks pretty good. I like it. I'm happy with it. I think they nailed the color scheme. I think the head sculpt is fantastic. All the chest molding is pretty much on point. The legs aren't 100%, but I think they're serviceable. I think he looks pretty good. And of course, we have to do a Stunticon group shot. These guys look pretty great together. Only one more to go. Breakdown is coming fairly soon, but these 4 look really fantastic together. I'm really happy with these. Alright, so let's get into transformation. It's relatively simple. We're going to start by taking these panels on the arms here and swinging them around 180 degrees. And they'll hit kind of a logical stopping point where this one pin kind of hits this tab right there. Then we're going to swivel the wheel down 180 degrees as well. So come back around to this side and do the exact same thing. This will come up and hit into that and stop. And then swivel the wheel down like so. Then we're going to come to the backpack here. Now, don't grab just the hood of the car. You have to grab the entire maroon backpack piece. And that's going to pull back, and then we can rotate. Actually, I think before we do that, we have to unhook the shoulders. Then we can rotate the head back into this cavity here. And then you're going to swing the arms all the way up. And they're on kind of a piece, so they'll move around a little bit together. But bring these up and peg them into each other, like so. And then you can bring the arms in and kind of fill that empty space, like so. Then this will close back up and peg in. And then you just bring the hood of the car down, and that will fill in this space. And you want to kind of push, there's tabs here. Let me lift this up to show you. So there's kind of a little notch. You can kind of see, let me zoom in, right there. And that's going to peg on to these two tabs right there and there. So you just got to bring this in and push this down until that pops on there. And there you go. You can see we have the entire front of the car already assembled. Now we're going to come to this section, straighten out the legs if you use the ankle tilt at all. Push these in. You can see that there's kind of a little spot, empty cavity right there that this little tab is going to go into. And you'll kind of hear like a very light click. Then you're going to open up these bottom sections of the leg, like so. Very Combiner Wars-ish in this regard. So bring that together. Then we're going to connect the two legs together, which I will say that this connection spot is kind of a pain. So just make sure you have that all connected, and then you're just going to collapse this up, and you can see that there are two tabs right there, which are going to snap into these two spots right here. So bring this up. That will snap into there, and then you can just close these up. Now, I will say the back of my car does not hold together the best. I kind of have to fiddle with it a little bit. That's a little better. So there we go. But yes, there is Dead End in vehicle mode. I absolutely love this vehicle mode. I think they did such a good job with this, capturing his kind of like 80s alt mode. You have the racing stripe, which looks fantastic. I love the way the little headlights are, the whole rounded front of the car. I think that looks fantastic. You have the little spoiler back here. I love the design of this car. I just think it's really cool. Rolls really well. You can go ahead and peg the guns in back here if you would like. Those spots are available. So you can go ahead and do that. And honestly, even that look doesn't look too bad. And kind of reminiscent of like the original G1 toy when you had those big combiner pieces that you would like peg onto the back of the car. So that's kind of cool. I think that's neat. I really, really like this vehicle mode a lot. I just think the design is really cool. They nailed the color scheme. I just think they did a really good job with this. But yeah, pretty great vehicle mode. Here is a group shot of the Stunticons in vehicle mode. I think they are looking fantastic together. The one thing I think they really nailed this time around is the really 80s looking alt modes. I think they did a really good job making them look like the cartoon and the original toys. I think these just look really, really great together. Can't wait for breakdown. So of course we can't end the review without putting Dead End on Menasor. So we're going to take our Menasor arm and Dead End, and you can see where all the little pegs and everything line up. So we're going to just pop him on here. And he pegs on pretty securely. And now we need to kind of wiggle him apart. So it can be a little harder than you would think, but you have to kind of unpeg the car so you don't really have the tension there. And then once that's done, then you can separate this out and then bring this down. And then this part will click up like that. And then make sure the wheels aren't in the way so that you can bring this part down. And then clip this up and then fold the wheels up like so. And then we are going to just drop him on here like so. And that will click into place, and then we can kind of bring that out a little bit, give him some elbow bend. And there we go. We have Dead End fully attached to Menasor. He's looking good. We're getting almost done here. If I pan down just a little bit, you'll notice that this leg is still empty because we're waiting on breakdown. But from here, this is looking great. I really, really like this quite a bit. I think Dead End looks fantastic as an arm. I think Drag Strip looks fantastic as the other arm. This is just, I think, one of the best, if not the best, combiners they've ever done. And I'm really excited to get breakdown and complete this guy. But he looks really fantastic. I think Dead End is pretty great. I mean, maybe he's not perfect, but I'm pretty happy with him. I think the head sculpt looks absolutely fantastic. I think all the detail and the paint and the chest looks really good. I'm happy with the arms. I know a lot of people online have complained about the legs, but honestly, I think they're fine. I don't really know what people were expecting. I mean, they're not the best looking thing, but they do the job, and I think the feet look pretty good. I do appreciate that they had the spoiler kind of come down and act as toes, so I think that's pretty good. I absolutely love the car mode. I think it's my favorite part. I just really like the design. Really, really cool. Very reminiscent of the original toy and the cartoon look. So I think they did a pretty good job with him. Plus, I'm just excited to be, you know, one car closer to Menasor. Just need breakdown at this point, so we're very close. But yeah, I think everything's pretty good with this guy. Paint applications, articulation, transformations, pretty fun and simple. Yeah, I don't really have too much to complain about him. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you have problems with the legs? You know, what's your opinions? But for the most part, I think he's pretty good. I'm pretty happy. So like I said, let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.